Peace to you all. Peace to all those with good intentions. So, as you know, I've been talking about this defund the police, this kill the bill mantra, okay, that's been going on for 5-6 months now. Now, very quickly, Piers Corbyn, Grey Bleeder, Tatman, Sasha Johnson have been basically part of events that are agent provocateur like, where they are inciting violence against the police. Grey Bleeder was filmed doing that in Bradford. He was filmed by a YouTube channel and they uploaded it, even though that's against YouTube policy to actually upload videos where violence is incited against a specific group of people. Okay, so there's a theme here where they want to defund the police. They want to have aggression against the police so they can bring in martial law, because they have riots. Let's say there's riots, well then they can justify having martial law and have an army on the streets because there's riots. Okay, so that's what they're trying to do, simple and plain. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to rewind 5 months ago, and as you can see here, we got Resistance GB. That's what he likes to be known as. He's actually a conservative politician. Okay, he likes to keep that quiet, but he is actually Conservative politician who got kicked out of the party for making racist remarks. He also is an agent provocateur, and basically the Muslim community would agree with me that by him wearing a t-shirt with Muhammad on it is disrespectful, and there's actually no need for it because there's millions of t-shirt designs that you could choose to wear, but you chose to one that was deliberately insightful to a group of people. So you see a theme here. Right, so the guy on the right, the little guy here, is probably one of the only people left in the world who could actually, you know, physically defend Resistance GB, as in, you know, back him up with what he's saying. So let's have a quick look at this, and I want you to bear a few things in mind. I want you to see how when this guy with grey hair goes off on one, how awkward Resistance GB looks. It's almost like he didn't want this guy speaking for him, but that's what's happened. They've paid this guy to do this. Okay, so just watch for now.
Exactly. Why? Exactly.
Because I get paid for it. Do you know what?
Exactly.
Because I get paid for it. I'll catch anyone.
Exactly.
Now he's ripped that badge off the side of his coat for some reason. I don't know why.
I get paid for it. Do you know what? It would be better if they didn't even get paid. If they turned up and this was a voluntary thing.
So now he has the audacity to say that the police should basically volunteer to do their job. So, you know, these honest policemen, and there will be some of them who like go on drug busts and basically get rid of drugs off the street, hard drugs such as cocaine, heroin. They're risking their lives to do that, and basically what he's saying now is that they should do it on a voluntary basis instead. That's what the politician is saying. The Conservative politician, the agent of division, the agent provocateur, that's what he's saying. So basically what he's saying there is defund the police, but in a different way. Do you agree? Yeah? He's basically there saying that they don't deserve the money that they get, and if they did it on a voluntary basis, it would be better. So I'd like to ask Resistance GB, are you going to be one of those who volunteers to become a police officer but does it for no money? I don't think you've got any family, any children, and that's how you're able to do what you do, yeah? Whereas I and others who have children have a bond that you will never have, and you'll never know that kind of love, and yeah, unfortunately for you and all your other ilk. Now let's carry on watching this.
But they're doing it for money.
Exactly.
There are a million other jobs in society, right?
He says there's a million other jobs in society, including being a Conservative politician like you are, you mean, yeah?
They could choose, right? But they choose to go round and be violent because they get money for it.
They don't choose.
But they choose to go round and be violent because they get money for it.
They don't choose.
But they choose to go round and be violent because they get money for it.
They don't choose.
Okay, so you hear what he's saying, right? Now, remember, this is a guy who wears the Muhammad t-shirt, yeah? So, is he getting paid to incite violence? Yeah? So if so, that's very hypocritical, isn't it? Yeah? And he even gets corrected by this man here on the right.
But they like the opportunity.
I think that's where you're going a bit wrong, because I don't think they're all like that. Well, then how comes none of them stepped in?
Can you
Every time I get assaulted by one of them, none of the others do anything about it.
No,
They don't place that one being violent under arrest.
You say they're not all like that.
Others do anything about it.
No,
They don't place that one being violent under arrest.
You say they're not all like that. Will you name some?
Notice how when he steps in, he looks very uncomfortable, Resistance, right? Watch how he looks at the camera and then sort of looks very uncomfortable that this man is talking for him yet again, yeah?
Can you
Every time I get assaulted by one of them, none of the others do anything about it.
No,
They don't place that one being violent under arrest.
You say they're not all like that. Will you name someone who is?
Being violent under arrest.
You say they're not all like that. Will you?
Look, see that? Oh God, basically that look is, oh God, I'm being filmed on camera. This man here is talking to me. This was a bad idea. This is gonna be a John Overkill video in 5 months. That's the look that he just gave the camera. Oh dear. And you can tell what's happened, right? Basically they paid this guy who does this kind of thing, right? You'll see in a minute. They paid him to basically back up Resistance GB, yeah? But it's backfired, as everything that they do backfires upon them.
Will you name someone who is? Would you name someone who isn't like that?
Could you show me one in my experience? I must admit, I've never had problems with the police.
No, because you're obedient.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's in appearance, maybe.
No, in word.
Well, okay, even if you're obedient in appearance, so what? I shouldn't have to be obedient. There is no lawful compulsion on me to be obedient. Well, that's
To another
common
view.
sense. No, it's not common sense. I'm an individual. You're an individual. I have the right to live my life and go and sneak in a park. I just disagree that there is a need for...
Oh yeah, I want you to-
sneak in a park.
there's a fly that flies around this man, right? Look, you'll see it. It just flies around, look, there you go, by his chin. And then gets swatted away by this guy. But yeah, they obviously got attracted by this man with the grey hair. Grey bleeder's like uncle or something. Yeah?
Why can't you police yourself? Okay. Why? Why can't you police yourself?
Okay, look right sometimes you might...
You're not responsible to yourself. You should be in a psychiatric ward if you're not responsible
Say you
to
have a
yourself.
domestic dispute with your wife or something like that.
Do you have a wife? I'd love to see her.
We had to call the police on...
Awkward, watch
I'd
this.
love to see
I
her.
had to call the police on a couple of...
I'd love to
Resistance GB says, come on. You're taking it too far, hired help.
see
I
her.
had to call the police on a couple of occasions.
I love it.
I'd love to see
I
her.
had to call the police on a couple of occasions.
I'd love to see her. Do you have a wife? I'd love to see
I
her.
had to call the police on a couple of occasions. She just got out of control.
Oh, I love women who are out of control.
And I was very forgetful. You've no choice.
Oh, I love women who are out of control.
And I was very forgetful. You've no choice. What you did.
I love women who are out of control.
And I was very forgetful. You've no choice.
Mate, you love women full stop, because it's not like you're going to have a massive choice in the matter, is it, really?
You call a friend. You call a friend. You don't call a stranger. You call a stranger into your home. You call a friend. Call the police on a couple of occasions. She just got out of control.
Oh, I love women who are out of control.
And I was very...
So Resistance GB just said that if you've got a problem at home, that there's some kind of violence or domestic dispute, that instead of ringing the police, which is, you know, what they're there for supposedly, that you should phone a friend. Now, you know, that might work now and then, but it's not going to work for everyone. Yeah. So basically again, he's just found another way to basically say defund the police. You don't need the police, just get your friends. Oh, okay. So what would you do then? Get your friends to then come to your house, possibly break the law as well. So then basically the police would get him. It's just, come on, mate.
Yeah, but you've no choice. You call a friend. You call a friend. You don't call a stranger. You call a stranger into your home.
Good point, Wellesley. Have a nice day.
I would never call a stranger into an armed criminal gang. You don't know the circumstances. I would never call a stranger into an armed criminal gang. You don't know the
Nice day.
Look how he tries to like put his hand on him but thinks better of it. And look, this man's been arguing your case, Resistance GB, and you don't even have the, you know, why wouldn't you say bye to your mate? Why wouldn't you say thanks for your time, have a great day? No, you just treat him like a piece of rubbish, poor man.
I would never call a stranger into an armed criminal gang. You don't know the circumstances, so even I've been call a stranger into an armed criminal gang. You don't know the circumstances.
Oh, I love women who are out of control. I'd love to see her.
We had to call the police on a couple of occasions.
He's brilliant. He's
Oh,
gold.
I love women who are out of control.
Right, so let's see where else I recognise this guy from, yeah? As if that wasn't bad enough. There's more, guys. Now, the next clip is that guy, yeah? And this time what he's doing is heckling someone that I believe to have, you know, some degree of awareness of what's going on in the world. So just have a listen now.
If you look at third world countries, for example, there are some places in Nigeria where
So there he is on the left-hand side, yeah? You'll just see him now with the shades on, grey hair, drinking something, just took his hood down.
you can pay for a patch of land to beg on.
Oh, really?
There's such a complex system
nice,
of
isn't it?
entrepreneurship.
Should we have things like
That's
this
not what
for
I'm saying.
5 minutes?
That's not my point.
Huh? Even 5 minutes, you just arrived.
He's not here to debate. He's here to stir up shit and
Yeah,
have a laugh.
and that's right. And that isn't what you're doing?
No, it's not what I'm doing.
It isn't what you're doing. Are you kidding? You're talking shit. Okay, any Nigerians?
Nice man, isn't he? Nice man.
Yes, yeah, I'm Nigerian. What I did for Nigeria.
Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a very nice day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
You just arrived.
Yeah, we all clap off. When you say that London when the road...
You just arrived.
Yeah, we all clap off. When you say that London...
You just arrived.
Yeah, we all clap off. When you say that...
You just arrived.
Yeah, we all clap off. When you say that London...
Right, so that's another clip. Now we got another one, even worse. So next clip of this man, again on the left hand side, and again he's heckling the same guy. Now I don't know if it's real or not. For all I know, they could make this guy come here and talk a lot of sense, but then get interrupted by the heckler just to make you think, right, if I go to Speaker's Corner and I want to speak truth like that man is, I'm going to get heckled by this, you know, guy who appears to be drunk. Yeah. So that's a possibility, but let's just have a listen. It's even worse than the stuff before. Have a listen, right?
Blowback. Now, I'm not saying these men are not responsible for their acts.
blow job.
They are responsible for their acts.
Right?
They are responsible. I don't want to deny terrorists.
you're so funny, mate.
Responsible for their acts.
Right?
I'm not saying these men are not responsible for their acts.
blow job.
They are responsible for their acts.
Right?
They are responsible. I don't want to deny terrorists the responsibility of what they did. But Britain is also responsible for having been complicit.
Right, what you got to do, he's going to mention one country. As soon as he mentions that country, this old dude who appears to be drunk is just going to get triggered. And obviously, it would appear that that country should not be spoken about, and that's why he's there to make sure it isn't spoken about, and anyone who speaks about it gets ridiculed, mocked, harassed, abused, etc. Ready?
said in that as well. When we back human rights abusing regimes like Israel, like Saudi Arabia,
You're
like Russia,
full of shit. You haven't.
we have to expect blowback.
You don't have an idea about anything.
See?
Of shit. You haven't.
We have to expect blowback.
You don't have an idea.
Like Saudi Arabia,
You're
like Russia.
full.
When we back human rights abusing regimes like Israel, like Saudi Arabia,
You're
like Russia,
full of shit. You haven't.
we have to expect blowback.
You don't have an idea about anything. Why? I don't know. Have you been to Israel? Why? You haven't.
We have to expect regimes like Israel, like Saudi Arabia,
You're
like Russia.
full of shit. You haven't.
We have to expect blowback.
You don't have an idea about anything.
Back human rights abusing regimes like Israel, like Saudi Arabia,
You're
like Russia.
full of shit. You haven't.
We have to expect blowback.
You don't have an idea about anything. Why? I don't know.
Right?
Have you been to
So he got very triggered by the word Israel, didn't he? Very triggered. Now, who was he standing next to before? Resistance GB. Now, Resistance GB likes to wear the t-shirt depicting Muhammad, which is very inflammatory, very provocative towards a group of people such as the Muslim community. Now, this guy is getting very triggered by the word Israel. Do you see a trend here?
No, never mind. That's
Continue,
crap,
I agree.
mate.
Go on.
Never mind your racist.
I've been there though. You just asked if you've been there.
You've been
I
there.
told you, I've been there.
Never mind your racist.
I've been there though. You just asked if you've been.
And now he's calling someone racist because basically they've called out Israel as having, you know, regime, military regime, governmental regime that, you know, needs to be scrutinised, I would say, is a way of summarising that.
There.
You've been
I
where?
told you, I've been there.
You've
and
been
I agree.
where? You've been
Continue.
where?
You don't even remember what you were talking
You've
about.
been where?
Can you give us a
No,
break now so
you
we
have
can
been
go on?
where?
You don't remember.
You see how he stopped the conversation with a guy who's actually speaking, yeah? Again. So they send this guy in to hack, to mock people, to abuse them. As you saw, he just said, "You're full of shit." Literally, he just said that, right? And now he's arguing with someone else.
You have been. You can't say
It was
can you?
Israel. You were talking about Israel, remember?
No.
Israel.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, you
aware
weren't.
of what
Sorry.
you're trying to pull on the crowd.
You said you would,
Yeah,
you would have
I'm
to have
aware
been
of
there
what
to
you're.
criticize it.
Of the
I've been
game.
there.
I'm aware of
There's
the
so many
game that
tourists
you
who
are
come to
trying to
Speaker's
play.
Corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're losing it.
Says the man like that other people are playing games and trying to pull one on the crowd. That's what he says.
No,
I wanna
you're,
just show
no,
them
I'm
that
not
there's a different
losing
side
it.
to the UK.
You've lost
There
it.
are many great achievements. There are many great achievements of these islands. There have been many great achievements. I think the National Health Service is one
Let's
of them.
talk about sex, baby.
But there are many great
But
failures.
don't talk about you and me.
Yeah.
There have been many great achievements. I think the National Health Service is one
Let's
of them.
talk about sex, baby.
But there are many great
But
failures.
don't talk about you and me.
They are our allies, and now they're creating.
How this guy is allowed to go to Speaker's Corner and behave like he does, that short grey-haired guy, is just so rude, provocative, foul, vile, I don't know how many other words.
Wealth of experience in supporting dictatorships and these kind of regimes.
Where do you get all this crap from?
Well, one of my main sources, if you're interested, is an academic called Mark Curtis, who spent his whole
I
career.
do not like anyone named Mark, okay? Very
And the thing is, people are actually laughing at this man, which is just inexcusable, because basically you're giving him the time of the day, you're giving him attention when he's literally there to stop serious discussion about oppressive regimes. So he goes to all the effort of doing this, insulting him, singing ridiculous songs, but then on the other hand you'll find him backing Resistance GB, who's literally an agent of division, who's basically trying to provoke a whole religion of people, and is actually a conservative politician.
suspect. Anyone named Mark, beware.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
And the other one is Stephen. That's another.
Yeah, dodgy.
Yeah, dodgy. Not
Spells
quite,
it two
not
different
quite
ways.
as dodgy, but pretty close.
With
yeah.
a V or a PH, there's got to be suspect.
Can we have a rational discussion, please?
Hello.
What would you like to talk about?
So yeah, I would like to talk about how to create a real democracy. You asked me if you want to have peace.
You're not going to be able to do anything with that guy there, mate, okay? Because he's been sent there to stop what you're doing, yeah? discreditor. And now let's just end it 5 months ago, like I said, where they're basically promoting a defund the police agenda. Resistance GB, this man here who you've just heard sing disgusting songs, speak like a vile old man, incoherent and just foul and vile basically, and repulsive.
Responsible to yourself! You should be in a psychiatric ward if you're not responsible to yourself.
Say you have a domestic dispute with your wife or something like that.
Do you have a wife? You're not responsible
Say you
to
have a
yourself.
domestic dispute with your wife or something like that.
Do you have a wife? I'd love to see her.
We like to call the police on a couple.
I'd love to see her.
We like to call
Look at your face, Resistance GB. That is the face of a man who knows that it's all backfired, that your propaganda didn't work, you've been exposed, and that's the look of someone who knows that they're going to be on a John Overkill video in 5 months' time. Yeah? Simple as that. Done out here, exposed once again.
Oh, I love women who are out of control.
And I was very you've no choice.
Oh, I love women who are out of control.
And I was very you've no choice. What you do is
Women who are out of control.
and I was very you've no